Now, crude oil remains Nigeria's biggest foreign exchange earner. For years, issues of environmental degradation are rife in oil communities of the Niger Delta. How well has government and oil companies' interventions helped to alleviate the plight of these communities? Dr OMINIMINI, the chairman, Oil Producing Areas Association of Nigeria, is with me in the studio to shed light on this whole important topic and the like. So thank you very much for finding time to talk to us on the program, Africa Weekly. Doctor.
Thank you for having me.
Right, you're welcome. Now, can you give us your perspective of the state of affairs in terms of environmental issues in oil-producing communities in Nigeria as it is right now?
Thank you very much. The people of Niger Delta are like orphans in the Nigeria project, a region that contributes a lot to the development of Nigeria. Nigeria is where it is today because of existence of Niger Delta. Niger Delta produces the money with which Nigeria runs today as a nation. But the people of Niger Delta are suffering environmental degradation. One should have expected that the federal government will come out in full swing to look at the plight of the people of Niger Delta. But the reverse is the case. These are people who suffer environmental degradation as a result of the exploitation of the oil. I use the word exploitation because today the ecosystem in Niger Delta is bastardized and the government does nothing about it. One should have also expected that the settlers, the oil exploration companies, the IOCs, would have plowed back part of their dividends into the oil-producing communities to alleviate the suffering of the people of Niger Delta. But the reverse is the case. This is just a case where the oil-producing companies bastardize the environment and the government is nowhere to be found. For example, the people of Niger Delta, they are fishermen and farmers. I'm an Urobo man. We can no longer farm and have yields from our farm in Urobo ethnic nationality. So it is also in other parts of the Niger Delta. The gas flaring is a major problem to the people of Niger Delta. Okay. Today, we have so many gas flare sites, and the people of Niger Delta life expectancy is reduced drastically.
All right, so thank you very much. I share in your concern, but clearly, if you are aware, the federal government, the government is making efforts and programs being put in place from government to solve these issues. How effective do you think they are?
In fact, like I said, that the people of Niger Delta are like orphans. Successive governments, I'm not blaming this government alone. Successive governments have not been able to put programs on ground to clean the Niger Delta of the ecological hazards, of the environmental degradations.
But High Prep is there working.
In fact, High Prep remains a dead organization. It is only on paper. Go to Ogoni land, where High Prep is expected to work. There is nothing to show about. Let them come out with the result they've gotten. The Ogoni remains destroyed till tomorrow. So the High Prep is just a program meant to put money in the pockets of some individuals. In fact, that High Prep is just for Ogoni alone. The entire Ijo land, the entire Shekiri land, and the entire Urobo land is heavily bastardized. Okay. For example, when I was younger, I could go to farm with my mother and have high yields from a certain plot of land. That same plot of land cannot give you 10% of what we used to have, in those days. So our people are suffering. We have vast area of lands where we can farm, but we can no longer farm because the ecosystem is being destroyed. We hear of fertilizer, distribution in Nigeria. It's as if this fertilizer distribution is meant for only one part of Nigeria. The fertilizer is nowhere to be found in the Niger Delta. We see governors, we see federal government giving fertilizer to their people from the federal government. So, but our people go to farm